Hey, yo, it's Art of Cards. Worked all day at my regular job, but we're on TCG Player where I am a buyer and a seller. If you're interested in near mint cards to complete your master sets, I have a bunch up there. I'm quick at shipping, all this and all that. Now let's get to the big stuff here. The movers this week. It's incredible what some of these cards are doing right now, and it is completely filled or fueled by the attrition in the market. So don't get caught up in these things. If you happen to open up a pack and you get one of these cards, obviously flip it for either a profit or to pay for the packs that you did buy that didn't have anything in it. But as of today, illustration rares are going absolutely crazy. Don't buy into the FOMO. It's not for you. None of the cards that I personally have listed are a part of the FOMO. Those are personal collection because I like the artwork. Like, for instance, if you look down here in the middle right, the Slowpoke. I honestly, fantastic artwork. Never expected it to get to where it is, but it is. Hold off if you can on buying cards. Wait a couple months. My understanding from a friend of mine that has a distributor is there's going to be some reprints of Surging Sparks, Paradox Rift. There might be another reprint in the form of ETBs for Obsidian Flames. So don't, if you bought them already, then that's on you, and you do whatever you want to do. Sometimes it pays to wait though. So even months of dominance by the Evolutions, we got other artworks going. Those artworks are exploding because of the lack of card volume in the network and your ability to get things at MSRP. And those are driving up the cost of these cards. People are paying those cards to get them because they can't get the packs to even try to pull them, and X, Y, Z. So we'll skip all this writing because it done. So this Brute Bonnet from Paradox Rift. Paradox Rift is going to get a reprint in the form of booster boxes here pretty quick. I would say in the next 30 to 45 days. I would not buy this illustration rare for $29. Now, if you look at the, quite literally a week ago, $8.47. Do not buy it on its hype. It's already on a downtrend for $29.54 from at its spike $35. Don't do it. Wait for that reprint to hit. I'm sure Pokemon Center will do it. I know it's very difficult to get cards. Honestly, what's it? Dollar General. At least my Dollar General has a ton of blister packs of Paradox Rift and Scarlet Violet base. Now, I've bought quite a bit of Scarlet Violet base. I'm trying to get a few cards out of there. I got a lot of cards out of there, actually. I bought 20, and I think I got like 11 hits, 3 of them being SIRs. And actually, I think a couple of them are on there. I really wanted the Drowsy for a display that I'm doing, not to resell, of specific artwork from the specific artists. And you'll notice some trends here with artists being the ones that are blowing up, which is important to know because, like any art, specific artists are very popular because of their art style. And that's part of the reason why I collect cards. So Brute Bonnet, $29 right now, $54. Give this a couple of weeks if you need it for your master set and you haven't pulled it and you can't find Paradox Rift. Give it a few weeks. See what that pricing is doing. Don't just buy into the FOMO. Don't do it. Down here we got Iron Moth, Paradox Rift illustration rare. It's at an all-time high of 22 as of today with no decline. But look, I mean, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, $5. Do not, I repeat this, I can't say it enough. Do not buy these cards from these people that are selling it for $22. I know that you want to open up packs. I know that you want to finish your master sets, and I get that. But right now is not the best time to do singles for a lot of these illustration rares that are really overshadowing a lot of the SIRs because they're widely available. Now, we can look at some more in-depth content, like what the volume looks like and things like that. But I can tell you the volume's very high. People are trying to offload these cards to make money, and that is fine. I am not disparaging them for that. But you, as the collector that's potentially watching this, you might want to wait a few weeks before you make a decision to buy these cards. Buy them on the turn on the low. They might continue to grow over time, which is fine, and that's good, but don't buy them right now where they're at their peak in a bear market. It works the same way as stocks. If you're familiar with how stocks work and your 401k or IRA or whatever you have, you'll know that there are ebbs and flows in the market depending on if somebody says something, somebody does something. It's crazy. I came into contact with an individual today that could hook me up with a distributor to kind of make my Pokemon content easier to open. But he was telling me about there's groups that try to pump card prices up so they can offload them at a profit. So if you're familiar with cryptocurrency, it works the same way. You'll see these huge rises and then steep dips right after as the volume gets offloaded. Frigibax, honestly, terrible card, but you can see a theme here, right? It's Tamagazu. Kamiyo is the artist who I absolutely love. With that Frigibat, you could see that with the Brute Bonnet. There's a different artist for the Iron Moth, but the Frigibax, very similar watercolory artwork. People love that. But to be honest, like, again, you look 2 weeks ago, $11 cards somehow reached 28 because of FOMO, and now it's falling again because there's so many of these cards that it doesn't justify the price. A lot of high value cards are because that they are really hard to pull, like the Moonbryon. Really hard to pull, and there's so little of them in the wild for you to be able to buy it, so that kind of dictates the price. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say here is to be used as fact, and you make educated decisions on your own. So if you scroll down, the art to back, which is the same Tamakazu artist, very cool watercolor. Again, 2 weeks ago, that card was $8-9, managed to reach up to $40, and now it's on the downturn with a $5 loss on there. Once again, wait on that card if you don't already have it to master your set. Same thing's going to be for Baxcalibur. Also, 2 weeks ago, $23, and then it hit $52. Now it's on a downturn at $47, about a $5 loss here because the volume now is smaller and people are not pumping those numbers. If you're familiar with crypto, pay attention to that trend because that trend is very much alive with any TCG card. It doesn't matter if it's Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's all the same. Now, this is a card that's consistently holding its value. The Magikarp is incredibly hard to pull out of Paldea Evolved. 2 weeks ago, 246, and we're up to 269. But if you look here, 274 is the market price. Again, very hard card to pull. It is, honestly, I would say this card is going to continue to gain value. Paldea Evolved, I believe, is going to be the first Scarlet Violet box to actually hit and maintain $1,000 because of this Magikarp. The artwork is quite literally amazing, in my opinion. It's, again, that watercolor, but it is a different artist with Shinji. But I love his cards, so I tend to gravitate towards them and add them to my collection binder. If you look at Slowpoke here, which I talked about this in the beginning of the video, very cool card. Absolutely love this artwork. There is no reason this card should be $41 and an illustration rare that is not incredibly hard. It's a tough card to pull out of Scarlet and Violet base. I mean, honestly, I pull the SIRs much more often than this card, but again, we're going to look at volume. 2 weeks ago, $21, $22, up to $41, basically doubled in price. Very cool card. I would wait to see if that starts to turn, which it looks like based on the graph. The market price is $41. Some honorable mentions here on TCG Player. The Riolu at 26. The Palmont is a good buy right now. If you're looking to make a profit on any of these cards, which I won't disparage you for doing that, if you can get cards like that Palmont at 879, that's potentially, depending on the attrition of this market, could be a $30 card pretty soon. Just by the way that the market is, and you can, make $21 on that if you're looking to sell. I collect a lot of things. I sell a lot of things. I collect mostly what I enjoy based on the artwork with no intention to sell. Palmont is one of my favorites. Anytime a Pokemon is sleepy, it's always my favorite. I think those are the chillest cards to have, and they go into my collection binder. And, over time, in 20 years, who knows what those look like. But for right now, you're seeing a lot of FOMO. You're seeing a lot of pump and dump, which is a term used in the crypto market. The Starly, honestly, although it's a QT artwork, I don't love it. I don't think it should be $15. But, it is what it is. So Riolu right there, talk about doubling from a $15 6 weeks ago to $30. But if you think about 6 weeks ago was the beginning of the attrition in the market and people needing to master, so people taking advantage of one's need to collect cards to then make a profit. Again, which is not a bad thing, because I support that. I support people, trying to make their way doing different things, but it's not even about chase cards anymore. It's about what is the flavor of the week? What can I get other people to buy? At what price then I can dictate and the market dictates. It isn't even like SAR or SIRs or SARs. It's like those were the chases in Scarlet Violet. I want the Pikachu EX SIR. It's going to carry value. It's hard to pull, things like that, which I've gotten 2 of them. Those arguably are going to carry the most weight, in my opinion, in a normal market where those SIRs are harder to pull. They have low availability in the market, and therefore dictates the price that people are willing to pay for it, because they don't want to. You can go through 3-4 Surging Sparks booster boxes and not even hit that, or the Latias. I've opened a serious amount of Surging Sparks, close to probably 150 packs. I've gotten the Pikachu twice, don't get me wrong, but I have not hit the Latias. The Latias, I guess, arguably is harder if you think about like what I pulled out of Surging Sparks versus what I haven't. I think it's a better artwork than the Pikachu. I think it should be the chase of the series or of the set. The Pikachu's cool. It's highly playable for sure, but the Pikachu EX, the regular EX, that's like $8 or $9, it's the same EX from a playable standpoint. So if you're depending on there's like 3 different varieties of Pokemon collectors. There's the player collectors, the collectors for artwork like myself, but I also do play. And then the people just trying to capitalize on other people's misfortune and inability to even get the product or be able to pull it, because pull rates, XYZ with those pull rates. I've happened to get that. I've got the Alolan Executor, Latias, regular Pikachu EX, Pikachu EX Full Art. I haven't got the gold Pikachu, which I kind of really want, and I want to slab it up and put it on one of my displays. But I'm not going to pay the price that it is right now. So we take it that. So, Sandile right here, which they talk about too. Everything is basically, you can see common trend here. Things are doubling, tripling in price, and that is fueled by the inability of people to go down to their Walmart, to their card store, to GameStop, wherever, and even be able to open the packs to try. So the single price is skyrocketing. Be informed, be educated when you make these decisions. I TCG Player, I love it. I love it to reference when I'm purchasing and, having that bargaining chip going back and forth. But I also love to sell. I tend to put my cards at just slightly below market. I have very competitive shipping at somewhat of a loss, honestly, if you think about it. But yeah, just make informed decisions. Be educated. Don't buy into the FOMO, man. Just don't do it. Wait for these cards to continue to drop, as they will, because they are highly available for the most part. People are holding to, waiting for market changes. Like I said, if you're familiar with crypto and even stocks, crypto is more volatile. Same as Pokemon, super volatile than stocks. Take a look at it. Journey Together. You want a Journey Together booster box? You want a ETB? You want anything related to TCG Player? Here's my recommendation for you. If you were not able to pre-order it, I pre-ordered some sleeve packs. I couldn't get in and get anything other than that. I really want the Pokemon Center promos out of the ETB, which potentially I'll get. I don't know. But go down to your GameStop. Go to your Target on release day and wait 2 hours in line. I know it sucks, and it's so 2012 for people to do that. But honestly, be the first in line. They're going to have some product that isn't pre-ordered. Be in the first line. My GameStop opens at 10 on Fridays. Most of the stuff drops on Fridays. I'm down there by 7:30. And I'm probably, most likely, majority of the time, like second person in line. And then we just sit and chat about Pokemon and other stuff. I play games on my phone. I just sit there and wait. It's tougher in the winter, I get that, but don't buy into the FOMO. Don't buy ETBs, regular ETBs for $90 and Pokemon Center ones for $150,000 million. Wait for Pokemon Center to kind of figure out what they're going to do with their lottery system, and then wait in line. My GameStop's pretty legit. And from my understanding, not everything is going to be inflated to market price. You're still going to get stuff for MSRP. For instance, I have a video I posted the other day of me just randomly going in to submit a couple of cards to get graded, because my GameStop's super legit, and I know the manager, I know everybody there. And he's like, hey, Art, I got a Greninja EX collection box in the back. Do you want it? And I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's my last one. And it's not out in display, but it's in the back. He brought it out, and I was expecting, based on the bad news and everything that's going on, that, oh, yeah, it's going to be like $60. I bought one for $70, $80 a few weeks ago, and you know, it's just, I got it for $28.99. So not everything that they're selling is going to be inflated at market. You're going to find stuff at retail price. Even something so sought after as that Greninja box, you're going to be able to get stuff. I promise that you're going to do that. All you got to do is be very patient. Understand that FOMO is easy and it takes over, and you want this and I want it right now. I waited a little while. I got Battle Partners for $77. I got a booster box coming. I think it'll be here tomorrow or Saturday. I'm going to make a video. But I also got the Iono's Wattrel thing, promo with it, and I think I paid $90. You can do it. You just have to be patient and wait. Don't let the FOMO take over. Okay, I want everybody to enjoy this hobby. It's super fun. Don't buy into the people looking to get a quick buck. If you're in it to just collect because that's what you do, and over time, yeah, they mature and it becomes valuable, and you're able to sell it, put a down payment on the house, things like that. But just be patient, and you'll get the things that you want. I promise. I'm Articards TCG. Like, subscribe. Catch the next full-length video that comes out tomorrow. I can't remember which one I posted for tomorrow for a long-form video, but I know I got a Crown Zenith coming out on Monday. Absolute banger of a tin display that I paid $160 for. Just fantastic. I got well worth the value of that in just the hits that I got. I'll catch you on the other one. Be smart out there. Be safe. And you know I love you.